What's up guys, Josh Blunt here and welcome to my channel. Thank you for taking time out of your day to watch this video. Every single year I set goals for myself. Now I don't normally participate in the New Year's resolution thing because let's face it, sometimes I need to start tomorrow, sometimes I need to start next month, but the time isn't really what matters. Every single year, 90% of people set goals for themselves, and a majority of those goals include exercise or getting healthier. Now, how many people actually stick to their goals is a topic for another video, but regardless, it is important to understand why. Why is it so difficult for us to stick to our goals? So in this video, we're going to be going over some very common obstacles that all of us face and some strategies to make it a little bit easier. In my opinion, all of these tips are equally as important, so make sure you stay till the end. And with that being said, let's dive in. All right, if I were to tell you that the reason that people are having trouble sticking with an exercise routine on a consistent basis is because they do not understand how to work out, would you believe me? Probably not. Not that this isn't an obstacle and it's something that we definitely need to learn, but nobody's gonna walk up to a machine and say, I don't really know how to use this machine, so I'm done, I quit, I give up. Or maybe it's that people don't understand that McDonald's is bad for you and that broccoli is good for you. No, that can't be it. You see, it's not really about what people should or shouldn't eat. It's not really about what program people should or shouldn't do. All of that can be learned over time. That's not what's going to determine long-term success. What's going to determine long-term success is the system that you put into place that sets you up for it. So let's break that down a little bit more. The one thing that I've noticed when people are getting started, me included, is that we set unrealistic goals for ourselves, which is very easy to do. In the beginning, we don't really understand what it takes to build lean muscle mass or to lose body fat. Without that kind of information, the only thing that we have to go off of is our own desires, what we want to happen. This makes it difficult because what we want to happen is rarely what ends up happening, at least not as fast as we want it. Many people have the goal to lose 20 to 30 pounds in the next few months. So let's just say that your goal is to lose 30 pounds in 3 months. It sounds reasonable, but let's just see what that actually takes. That's 10 pounds a month for the next 3 months that you're trying to lose, which is 2.5 pounds of body fat per week. In calories, that's about 7,800 calories that you would need to cut back or burn in that week, which equals about 1,200 calories a day that you need to cut out of your daily calorie intake or burn off with exercise, hopefully the combination. So that's a deficit of 1,200 calories a day. So if your goal is to lose 30 pounds in the next 3 months, that is your journey. That is the obstacle that you face. It's not an easy task, but most of us will set those goals because we don't quite understand what it takes to actually get there. So again, we're basing our goals off of our desires, what we want to happen. Does that mean that it can't be done? Of course not. What it means is that if you're not willing to put in the work, if you're not willing to put in the time, then you're likely going to quit before you actually get to your goals. And that's what ends up happening the majority of the time. But if you set realistic goals, then it requires a lot less effort and a lot less energy in the beginning. And then you build this consistent habit. And it makes it a lot easier to hit that goals, and then you can build momentum off of that accomplishment. So then you're able to hit one goal after the other goal after the other goal after the other goal on a consistent basis. And look at it this way, if you set a small goal and you far exceed that goal, if you blow it out of the water, then that's even more reason to be proud of yourself. Yet, if you set a small goal and that's as far as you make it, you only make it to that goal, then that's all you set out to do. It's still a win. Then you can set another small goal and continue on. So set realistic goals. They're a lot less intimidating in the beginning and they're easier to build momentum off of. All right, and another very important strategy is to find something that you actually enjoy. I know this sounds like a scam. Find something that you enjoy. If you enjoyed it, it wouldn't be so difficult. I get it. But there are a lot of different things that you can do for exercise. Remember, we're just trying to burn more calories than we take in. Maybe you like to play basketball. That's a great way to exercise. Or maybe you like to walk the dog in the park. Just go for a longer walk or maybe even a light jog. Maybe you have a child that likes to play hopscotch or jump rope in the backyard with you. The point is, it doesn't have to be a gym routine or an extensive cardio on the treadmill. Maybe you just start with something that you can actually enjoy a little bit more, and then it turns into a gym routine later. We can't believe that doing nothing at all is better than that, right? Even if it takes you an entire year to get into the gym, yet a few days a week you're playing basketball or maybe you're playing tennis, that's got to be better than sitting on the couch wishing that you had gotten started with something. Remember, getting started is the hardest part. So with that being said, let's make it interesting. Another very effective strategy is to surround yourself with inspiration. Now, I know this sounds silly. It sounds silly every single time that I say it, but once you learn about psychology and physiology, you learn how the brain really works, and it makes a lot more sense. I've talked about habits on this channel many times, but the first step to any habit, and I mean any habit, is the cue or the trigger that sets off every single action after that. Part of starting any new habit is to constantly be thinking about it. Now, that doesn't sound like a whole lot of fun, but a healthy lifestyle is extremely important to me. So when I was getting started, something like a constant reminder of your desired goals wasn't a big issue. It's when we give ourselves a lot of time in between those thoughts that pushes our goal out further and further. By constantly being reminded of your goals and how important they are to you, you're way more likely to not only start a new habit, but stay with it consistently. They've actually done studies on this, and their conclusion was you're 1.5 times more likely to stick with a goal or stick with a habit if you're setting cues and reminders in your environment. I don't know about you, but if I can increase my chances by starting a new goal and sticking with it consistently by 1.5 times just by putting inspirational pieces around me, whether that's sticky notes or a picture of the ideal body or a picture of the girlfriend or boyfriend that you really want, whatever it is, I'll take those odds. The point is, we never want to lose that inspiration. It's that inspiration that gets us out of bed and forces us to take action. And by constantly being reminded of those goals, you're much more likely to take action. The best part is, living a healthy lifestyle is just putting together a series of healthy habits. And all habits are the same in the fact that they all get easier over time. Alright, another very effective strategy is to constantly remind yourself of why. Why is it that you're trying to live a more active lifestyle? You clicked on this video for a reason, and maybe you've watched a million others. Why did you join the gym in the first place? The reason you do anything is going to be the strongest foundation to stay consistent. Are you trying to live an active lifestyle so that you can find an attractive partner? Are you trying to live an active lifestyle so that you have the energy to play with your kids in the yard? Or maybe you're trying to live an active lifestyle because you've seen the people closest to you suffer from illness or weakness or even regret, and that's something that you fear more than anything. Your reasons need to be strong. They need to be important. When you're at your weakest point, you need to be able to fall back on these reasons, the reason that you got started in the first place. Never forget that reason. And when you find the reason, you need to break this reason down so much that you fully understand why achieving that goal is important to you. Alright, the next strategy, in my opinion, does not get enough credit, and that is to find something that works for you. You guys, the ones right there. Find something that works for you and nobody else. It's too easy to get sucked into the new fad diets and the workout programs that your buddies are doing, but we are all different. Our lifestyles are different, our environments are different, and our age and our genetics are completely different. When we start comparing ourselves to other people, it makes it really hard to stay proud. There's always going to be that person around you at the gym, in the family, whatever, that seems to just do it well. They have an easier life, they have great genetics, babies sleep throughout the entire night, and they seem to stay in their 20s for decades. But that's not everyone. There are so many different approaches to exercise. There are so many different approaches to eating healthy. You need to find something that is tailored to you. If you find something that works, even if it's completely different than somebody else's, that is what's going to keep you consistent far beyond your goals. These are your goals. This is your journey. Don't let the guy next door determine your success. Don't follow the most popular diets because they might not work, and then you're just going to be disappointed. Now, it doesn't hurt to try. It doesn't hurt to test things, but make sure that you find something that works for you and nobody else. All right, and the last thing that I want to mention, and possibly the most important, and that is to stay positive. There's going to be times when you set goals and you don't actually reach them. There's going to be times when the gym just feels more difficult today than it did last time. There's going to be times when you just have no more motivation left and your desires just seem to fade. Nothing in life is perfect. What a cliche, right? Every day that we walk into the gym is a new day. It's a new and difficult challenge, but every time you make it into the gym, it gets you one step closer to your goals. One more feel-good moment, something that you set out for and accomplished it. We love taking care of ourselves. Nobody ever regrets working out after they're done. It's a sense of accomplishment, and with that accomplishment, it becomes its own motivator. Even when it's not easy, learn to enjoy the pain. Not the pain of an injury, let's not play that game, but the pain of a difficult task that we just can't let go. Embrace the pain, embrace the effort. Alright guys, that is it for the video. If you want to get started and you don't have a gym membership, I have a ton of home workouts on my channel. All of it is free content. I have some for beginners, I have some for intermediate, some for advanced. You're welcome to start there. You don't need any equipment, so it's very nice. I also have a lot of free ebooks linked in the description box down below. Most of them are free, so if you're looking for information on vitamins or nutrition or anything like that, check out those ebooks. If you have any comments, put it in the comment section down below. If you did enjoy this content, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing to the channel, and I will see you guys on the next video.